Hey everybody, you probably saw our video about the stand to sit to stand test. I'm going to give you some strengthening exercises to increase the strength that you would need in order to be successful in that test. Yesterday I gave you the mobility work. Hopefully you're working on that. I'm working on it too. But probably something that you guys have already figured out in terms of exercises that you need to do to get stronger in that activity. One of them would be a squat. So there's lots of variations of a squat. Sometimes you'll hear that talked about as like a sit to stand in our office. So the first test that I would have you do to try to find out where you should start in terms of your squat training would be a simple sit to stand. So if you have a chair at home, this is a chair from my kitchen, I'll kind of do it from the side so you guys can see what's going on. But basically, I'm just gonna go sit down in this chair and then stand back up. Now, without going into all the mechanics of a squat, which could take a really long time, if you can go down and come back up without pushing on anything or using any support, that's a good place to start. If that is easy, then you can start to add weight to that, or you can add depth to that. Meaning, now, if I go down to a squat, I can squat down lower, because you're going to have to get down low into a squat in order to go from that sitting position all the way up to standing. So varying from different levels lower will make that a little bit more difficult. Let's say that is too difficult for you. Just going from a chair, sit to stand, it doesn't work. You have to use a lot of momentum, or you have to push off of arms. Then all you do is raise the chair. So raising the chair is as simple as putting something there. Books, I have a yoga mat here that I'm using. You can use something like that. Just kind of going down. Okay, I can go from here to here. Okay? And then when that feels good, then I can start lowering that down to going to the full chair. Another thing you can do is to increase weight with your squat. Okay? So doing sit to stand, if you're good here, then what you can do is increase weight. So we're going to do that in a second. What I want to show you now is how to split up that squat. So doing it on two legs is good, but doing it on one leg is a little bit better. Why? Because sometimes you have weaknesses on one side versus the other. So if I have a weak right leg, then I can kind of lean more weight here, and I can kind of get through that exercise without too much trouble. But as soon as I get all my weight on one side, that's when I fall apart. So without any weight at all, what we're gonna do is a single limb squat. So from here, I've got my legs against the chair. I'm gonna take 2 steps out. So I've got my right foot that's out here. I'm gonna put my left foot back on the chair. And so what that looks like from the side is something like this. So here, 2 steps out, my left foot is back, and now I'm going to squat down and then come back up. So that's what that looks like. So now looking at it from the front, what you want that to look like is toe straight ahead, knee towards the outside, so the knee's not collapsing in like this. This is one of the common faults that we'll see in our clinic. And making sure that you can maintain a level pelvis. So when you come down, you're not dipping your hip either one way or the other. You're keeping a level pelvis, knee to the outside of the foot, and going down as far as you can go. Now what you can do is add weight to that. So stuff you'd have around the house that you need to add weight might be half a gallon of milk. Half a gallon of milk is about 4 pounds. A gallon would be 10 pounds. So if that is really easy, what you can do is add a little of weight like that. If that becomes really easy, maybe you've got some kind of weight around the house, like a kettlebell. Kettlebell, this one, you get them in various sizes. This one's about 10 pounds, right? So from here down, okay, that's a little bit harder as we do that. Maybe you've got something that weighs a little bit more. It's a little bit more awkward. Anything that is a weird shape or size. I'm a soccer coach. So from here, I can add weight like this. Let's say this starts to get really easy. Maybe you need something heavier. If you've got a big container of dog food, I can fit about 40 pounds of dog food in here, then I can use that to increase the resistance. So gradually increasing that is going to be something that you want to do. So you can gradually increase the resistance with just a regular squat, or you can gradually increase the resistance with that split squat that we just did. Hopefully that helps, and hopefully you guys are scoring better on your stand to sit to stand test.